Digital ladies breaking the chain, rising in crypto, we're changing the game. Crypto frontier, we're claiming our space. Not your keys, not your crypto, know your place. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa Key, the Lady K, and Opti. Dip a toe, come ride this wave. Digital wealth, we're here to pay.
Crypto nights, we're lighting the spark. As we ignite now, we're setting the mark.
Safety first, we're keeping it tight. Blockchain power, we're shining the light. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa Key, the Lady K, and Opti. Dip a toe, come ride this wave.
Oh, welcome to Digital Ladies Unscripted. How are you doing this evening, ladies?
Doing great.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, fantastic. So nice to have Lady K back.
It is nice to
Absolutely.
have you back, Lady K.
That's good.
I-
It wasn't right without you for sure.
Aw, I love you gals. I was gonna say guys.
I love how you said gals. Not girls, gals. I like
Dudettes.
Dudettes. We're the Dudettes. I want to welcome the 11 people that are in the house already this evening. We've got Rosemary. We've got our friend Silver Days. We've got, who do we got? We got Kita's Brew in the house. I wonder who that is. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share this out. Share it with your friends. Tonight's episode, we're going to talk all about crypto education, making blockchain knowledge accessible to everyone, no matter what your starting point or budget is. In this educational deep dive, we're going to explore a wide range of free and low-cost resources that can take you from crypto curious to confident builder. So first, ladies, I thought we would touch on why we think it's so important for folks to look into this free education that's out there right now. What do you guys think? Why does this matter?
Well, I mean, it's free. It's free. Like, how can you go wrong with free? You know, and especially when it's something that's so stinking important, you know, we're really delving into an area that's going to pretty much hit every part of our lives. And it kind of might behoove us to kind of at least understand what's going on. You know, I mean, you don't have to be a genius at it, but you should at least understand it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I mean, like, you know, when like a websites first came out and email first came out, you know, it would be like going, I don't want to learn how that works. You want to be forced to use it when, you know, when I use it, right? But I think if you're interested in, sorry, I'm trying to mute this because it's so loud. I think if you're interested in learning how this technology is going to work in the financial system, it's a good idea to learn. And especially if you want to like be in the blockchain space, like it's so early now that you can literally forge a new, you know, path or career in it if you do learn it, because so few people do understand it. And if you're investing in it, I think it's really good to understand and learn it so that you can make the right investment decisions.
Right.
I agree. What do you think, Amanda?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both of you. I don't know if there's much I would add. Obviously, for me, it's you know, leveraging this shift in a positive way that empowers you to, you know, take ideas out of your mind. The more you know, the more you see what's capable, the more you can play around with, you know, the test net and things like that and learn different ways of making, you know, the things in your mind a reality in the blockchain and then hopefully in the real world.
Yeah, I really think it's a great way to empower yourself. You know, this is a fast growing industry, whether you're talking about Web3 jobs or DeFi or NFTs or learning about tokenization. It's a really good way to empower yourself to maybe get a job. Maybe you don't want to be a builder on the blockchain per se, but you want to step yourself up in your current career. and have a little bit of knowledge about what's happening. And there's a lot of big things happening in the world, a huge shift, like you said, Amanda, a huge shift. And it's blockchain is the future of finance, identity, art, supply chains, and women in particular. And this shows Digital Ladies Unscripted. We're perfectly positioned to lead. There's right now we're kind of underrepresented in the field of, whether it's the Web3 jobs, DeFi, NFTs, all of it. We're slightly represented in this field, but we're in perfect position to just pounce, teach ourselves everything we possibly can. And when you have a lot of resources that are free or just super low cost, there's really no excuses. You can't say, well, I can't afford a $3,000 course right now or whatever. There is a lot of things out there. You dip your toe, you start learning, and then you get in a community like Digital Ladies Unscripted, and you're going to have a whole bunch of other women and men that are going to answer your questions and help lift you up. So, for me, it's just all about opportunity, right? Whoa, we got 44 people in here right now. That's fantastic. I thought we would start since most of us, all of us, actually, let's be real, all of us love the XRP Ledger. We kind of know a lot about that. And so I thought we would start by talking about the free resources or low-cost resources where you can learn about the XRP Ledger. And one of the first ones that I kind of wanted to bring up, and hopefully I can do this without it being a disaster, is the Udemy course by
Chris Dangerfield.
Yeah.
XRP Bootcamp.
Yeah.
XRP Bootcamp. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Right here. This one. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Chris Dangerfield, he has created a couple of courses, blockchain development, XRP Ledger Bootcamp, stage 1, and then stage 2. He recently had a special. It was like $9.99 or whatnot. But a lot of people have taken this course, and they say from beginning to end, like they just learned a lot, including you, Lady K. You've already taken stage 1. Is that correct?
Yes, I completed it all the way through, doing every task, including setting up the validator. And yeah, I did learn a lot. Like I learned how to, work in a terminal, and I started to learn how to send the transactions to the blockchain. And I learned how to code. I'm telling you, by the time I got to the end of the wallet build, I was already recognizing patterns. It was very simple to like pick up. And he actually does it in 2 ways. So he does it where he gives you all the code so you can copy and paste it in. And then he goes through it really, I wouldn't say fast, like you can pause and, based on your typing speed, right? So you can code right along with him. And so I chose to code along with him. But copy and paste is good too, because if you make one little tiny, change, it's not going to work. So you can always go to the code and see where you messed up or copy and paste it in. So,
which is awesome. And like any of us that have dabbled in editing our own websites, Kita, knows that if you have one little comma or apostrophe or dash or space, it's not going to turn out so well, right? It's going to be wrong.
I was literally it's so funny that you say that. I literally was doing that like right before we started the show.
No.
And because I was finding some issues with my pricing, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I went in to try to fix it. I literally just took off all of those rules because I was like, look, I'm just going to leave it the way that it is and then hope for the hope for the best, and then try to get back in there and make some new rules. And so I think that it's doable. I think that it's definitely so. And I actually also have the Udemy course as well.
Yeah.
And I also will be getting the second one as well. I've gone through some of it. And I think I just got sidetracked with about 50,000 other things.
Yep.
And I will go back to it because I think that it is a very valuable tool to have and a very valuable skill set to have.
We've talked about, because Opti has it too, right? So we've talked about all of us kind of doing it together.
I think that
because we all have the 1 and 2, and it would be really cool to kind of go through it together. Like we'll have our own little classroom.
I think we should. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to add people in as well. I mean, like, I don't know if we could do like a series, like, you know, like 1 week out of the month, we do like one of the lessons or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just make sure they have their own, you know, Udemy course, so that we can support Chris. But, for those of you that are interested, Udemy, it's just udemy.org. You could go in, you can search for Chris Dangerfield. His course will pop right up. I also have, I think I've already got the link to his course in the description of the show. So if you're watching on YouTube, it should be there. If not, I will put them after the show is over. All right, ladies, how about we move on to the next one? Hopefully, oh yes, it works. Okay. The next one is learn.xrpledger.org. Who's had a little bit of experience with this one?
I have, and I know Opti has as well, if I'm not mistaken. And I, for myself, I think it was really great in the sense of being able to have something that was very rudimentary. I mean, you know, it's very, very, you know, entry level. They're in small pieces, you know what I mean? Small, you know, short lessons that really do give you some really good information. And I feel like, you know, how can you go wrong with something like that?
Yeah, when I looked it up, because I've searched around the website a lot, but it has interactive, self-paced, fun 3D courses, it says, and so, you know, when you're looking at the different, you know, they've got what is blockchain, what is cryptocurrency, how do transactions work on a blockchain, those types of things. So for somebody who is just really entry level, this is a fantastic free resource for people to dip their toes in a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. And do you guys have any comments on XRP org, the learn section, guys?
So when you're on xrpl.services and you're looking at like the coding, like using their JSON platform in xrpl.services, if you want to find out anything, it will take you directly here. So any of the links will go here. So they, you know, it's very trusted. You know, like yesterday I was looking up the code on how to mint NFTs in the back, you know, the back office way. And, you know, you can go here and it'll give you all the flags and it'll, you know, give you the breakdown on that stuff too. So,
yeah. So I just clicked on the coding, boom, mint an NFT with React.js. Elevate your React.js skills by minting an NFT on the XRP Ledger testnet code sandbox, which this is another cool thing. And I'm sure other blockchains have it as well. But you can test all this stuff out for free on the testnet, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can. Yes. And this is like the official source, right? Every lesson you go through in Chris's bootcamp has links to resources on xrpl.org. When you click and when you go to XRP scan and you click on like the amendments and you click on the amendment details, that's within the xrpl.org. So like this is the learn section with the tutorials, but then there's a document section, which I think you might be going to next. The documentation section. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, yep, this is it right here. This is this is the xrpledger.org, which are the documents and tutorials, right?
Yeah.
It's from in here. Explain what we would use this one for. And really, guys, I would say this: if you've never, I keep putting my notes over there. You don't want to see that. If you've never went and explored anything to do with crypto or blockchain, it's really just navigating around the website and clicking and reading, right? And it's going to take you to all different kinds of things that you're interested in. So be prepared to spend hours just looking around until you actually find something that you're like, okay, I'm going to start this from beginning to end, right? Is that what you guys have found?
Yeah, I think I kind of just search for what I'm looking for in most instances, as opposed to just kind of going through it all. It was a little bit different with this one, though, just because it kind of builds on each part. You know what I mean? You kind of build on it as you're going through them.
I use the document section to like look up information on the ledger. You know what I mean? Like if there is a feature I don't understand, the documentation is going to break it down for me.
Is it like, am I in the right spot, Lady K? So like here we are, the concepts, networks and servers, consensus protocol. Is that what's going to tell us all about what it means, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I mean, even after I set up my validator, you know, like the course walk you through setting it up. But then afterwards, I'm like, I was using xrpl.org to figure out how to vote with my validator and things like that.
Wow. Yeah, it really, guys, it looks like it's all linked back to it with each other. So as you're reading through, it's going to give you the information that you need to find. And then I'm also noticing there's the community aspect of it as well, where they have the events and ambassadors and jobs and funding and grants. So if you wanted to apply for an XRP Ledger grant, if you're building something. So yeah, this looks like a fantastic resource for those of you who aren't familiar with that. Next we have, do we have any more comments on the xrpledger.org? No. Okay. Next we have XRP Ledger Commons. This is primarily workshops, residency, community support. It's great for networking. That looks, I mean, they've got learn, build, launch, adopt, all of these different things. I'm curious if any of you have participated in XRP Ledger Commons. I know I signed up for their group, like, you know, to get the emails and stuff, but I haven't been able to really engage with any of them. But I wondered if any of you guys have engaged in the XRP Commons.
You know, I was talking to them at the XRPL community night, and I was like, I just love like your education, you know, everything you guys are putting out. And I learned that actually they're like for teachers and whatnot, they're willing to give all the education needed for people to even teach blockchain. So I thought that was very interesting.
Oh yeah. Become a teacher, want to share your knowledge. Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that too when I was looking around this website. So yeah, guys, especially if you're somebody who's already further down the road, you might want to hook up with XRP Ledger Commons and see what they've got going on. And actually, I think Commons, our friend, isn't it Abdi
From Nexus
Water.
Nexus, yeah, isn't he doing something with Commons, like kind of on a thing? Oh,
so they do like I don't know what the course is called, like a Ledger Master Boot Camp, and it is 6 weeks in France, I believe.
In France,
yeah, and that's my goal. I want to go through that.
Right? Yeah, I would love that. Yeah. Yeah, there's an
It's a very
aquarium.
small group that comes out of those courses. I mean, I think like the last one they had like 11 people, but that's going to really teach you how to build, on the ledger.
Fantastic. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing because I keep showing you guys my notes.
I can give you a
So
shout out to the 95 people that are in here just chilling with us. Like, hey, what's up?
welcome to Digital Ladies Unscripted. If you guys would please like, share, and subscribe. We are streaming on the Dip a Toe channel on YouTube, Rumble, X. We're on IMU TV, streaming in 30 different countries right now, live on imutv.tv. We also have our own channel called Digital Ladies Unscripted on YouTube and on X. If you could find us and subscribe, that would be fantastic and help our show grow. But I wonder if we have Viper in here,
Yes,
and our friend Sylvie Scapes in the house. Welcome, you guys. You had something that you wanted to share, Opti, regarding Stellar, right? They have a resource as well. Oh, actually, well, I forgot we were going to talk about the I'm not going to say it right. What is it, lady? Elos. Do you want to share about
I'll
that?
share that. I mean, so formerly Treasury, now called Elos, and if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry.
No worries.
And they did a academy course. You used to be able to earn crypto if you went through the courses. I'm not sure if they still offer crypto if you go through the courses, but I am going to share their website. A lot of people in our community have written, like Panos. I know Chris Dangerfield has written a course. A lot of these are Duncan, who runs Elos. Hans, Chris, Lewis Kelly, he was a great trader. Actually, I learned a lot from his trading course here. It's a great course. So yeah, I mean, you can go on and you can take these courses. And they have a lot of other sections now. This is just the blockchain technical, but I see now that they've added business and entrepreneurship, personal development, and well-being. So that's a good resource.
What is the website for that? No worries.
That was elosinnovation.com.
Okay. All right. What's up next? Do we want to talk about Stellar next? You had
Yeah, I'd like to add xrpltoolkit.com too for the education. I've definitely been there a couple times when I was minting my tokens from scratch. And they have been trying to build more like plug and play parts to the thing, to like creating things. So sort of a cross between doing your own coding or using, the back of XRPL services with Examine. Because a lot of like, if you're minting your own token on xrpl.services, it will send you to Examine to pay the 100 XRP. If you don't want to pay the 100 XRP to mint your own token, there's workarounds and you can code in the background. So the toolkit's great. And then, if we want to move on to Stellar.
So if you are in the toolkit, so I just came into the toolkit, where do they go from here?
Honestly, it's been like a year and I only ever used it on my phone. So it looks like you found it.
Yeah. What is toolkit? Getting started. Okay. There you go. Getting started. This is for easy peasy folks. Don't know how to buy XRP. Like, if you already have,
we're gonna make sure they get paid. That's all.
Yeah. Get your wallet. They've got different wallets that they're suggesting. Of course, they got the Zum wallet and funding the wallet. So yeah, check out xrptoolkit.com, guys, because that looks like that would be a good one as well. for everybody to check out. Yeah, what did you have for Stellar?
Yeah, well, I mean, so Stellar Quest came out 5 years ago when I was working on Stellar, and it was a lot like EZA, except it puts you through, like, you can earn crypto. So you do like a task. It'll teach you the basics, then you do the task, and then it'll, like, give you your little experience points. And then when you do 5 modules, I have not been there in 4 years. But it'll give you Stellar, like it'll give you XLM. So it's like a lot like the EZA sort of, you do one page and then you move on and you do an action, and then so yeah, as you can see, so it's really great. And then the other one, obviously, for Stellar so that's quest.stellar.org, and then the other one is stellar.org. Obviously, like XRPL, has all the basics of the ledger itself. They're very similar in how they go. Like, I found that the knowledge that I knew on Stellar is it cross-pollinated over to the XRPL. And then Luminauts, I looked it up before I came here. Luminauts.com is also a resource.
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
Luminauts is LUMENAUTS.com. And Lumens, like, so for those of you who aren't very familiar with Stellar, XRP is XRPX sovereignty, and then RP is ripples. And XLM is Stellar, which is X sovereignty, and then LM is lumens. So a token on a Stellar ledger is called a lumen. So these are the Luminauts.
Oh, take the free course. See, free. FREE spells free. Let's go. Free education, guys. Yeah. So if you're interested in XLM, Stellar Lumens, this is where you want to go, guys. Get your free education. I'm sorry, who did I cut off?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I always thought the RP stood for Ripple Protocol. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I thought that's what
the only reason I know this is because on, like, the third page of EZA, they have a link to the 2011. It's not a white paper. It was before the white paper even was written. It was sort of like a visionary statement, and they said XRP, and then in bracket it said ripples. And I just think it's so funny that nobody ever calls them ripples, but that's literally what they named it, is that a token is a ripple.
Oh, so, I read that on the xrpl.org. Yeah, that's where I found that out.
Well, and I mean, it's very confusing because one of the arguments that everybody has is, like, what's the separation between Ripple, the company, and XRP, the token, and that these are separate entities. And so the fact that it's called Ripple just makes everybody confused. So you call them ZERPs or XRP and you leave it at that, but yeah, by definition, it was supposed to be Ripples.
Yeah. Next up, guys, we've got EZA. Now, EZA.io is the website. However, it is all on your phone. The app, you have to download the EZA app. But this is the Dom and Phil, the Kwok brothers. Quack. I call them Quack, but I'm not sure if I'm right. But they have 1 million plus in the developer community. So Phil is the CEO and co-founder, and then his brother Dom. These two brothers are working hard. They've been going around doing hackathons. They're the ones that put on the XRP Las Vegas Shark Tank that Optimistic Prime and Wandering Footprint Project was a part of. But I know, Opti, you have some real navigation around this EZA app. You want to talk about that for a little bit? It's free, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's free, and they have, like, Sui, Algorand, Stellar, XRP. Like, they have a lot of the blockchains. XRP was actually quite late. They had like 6 different blockchains on there before they had XRP, and then they released it in, like, increments. So when I first went on there, they only had the first module. But it's really easy. Like they give you one, a paragraph, and you scroll down, and then you get your experience points, and then you get the next page, and you scroll down, and there's links all through it, so that if you want to further your. But they start off with just the background and the lore, and so you get this sort of really basics, and then they get into more of the developer side of things. And then every 5th or 10th page, I can't remember, is a 30-second quiz, and the faster you can do the question, the higher your XP points are. So it's really, engaging, and you can do it because it's sort of funny. It's only on your phone, right? Because it's how much can you do on your phone? Because most coders are, on a computer and they're doing their thing. But the fact that you can just do a course at any time on your phone, read a page, hit next, come back to it anytime. It's visually stunning, to be honest. The second I had, they've upgraded it since the first time I saw it. It's even better now, just the way it flows. And I've always sort of said, I want the Wandering Home directory to emulate how it flows, how easy it is to navigate. And I mean, they were just was it the NASDAQ? They just had an interview this last week. They just announced that they're doing something major. I'm excited about finding out, but yeah, an amazing resource, and not just for the XRPL, for pretty much at this point, I don't know what blockchain they don't have. So yeah, shout out to the boys. Hopefully you'll get them on the Dip a Toe show soon.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
That would be awesome. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
One of these days, guys, one of these days. We did get to interview them in our XRP Las Vegas. We had a little baby interview with them. But yeah, it would be great to have them on the show. But they've pretty much exploded on the scene. And like you said, it covers a wide range of blockchains. And so for somebody who wants to just have it all in their hand and do it on the go, like maybe you're commuting and you're on the train or the bus or whatever, it's perfect. You can just sit there and learn about blockchain and dream of a better life, I guess. I don't know. Lady K, did you want to talk about Algorand, the options that they have for free education?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to talk about how important it is to follow the foundations of all these blockchains, because when these courses or when websites that have educational information on it, they're going to be shared there, right? So if you see them, then maybe you can sign up for them. Algorand did a share screen. Hang on. And Algorand did a intro to blockchain and Web3 masterclass. They started in July. And what was really nice about this is that basically you could go through it with them and have people to talk to, or you could go through it at your own self-paced later. So they gave you access, and your access remains. So that was really nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I love the fact that that there's so much free education out there. And we all know that we can go to YouTube, right? There's a lot of people that take their time and effort and they create, how-to videos. But sometimes they're hard to find, Mm-hmm. And so if you stumble upon these bigger ones, you'll start to learn the terminology, and then maybe you can go to YouTube and search specific terms that you want to, and then you're going to find those videos that teach you how to do something step by step, even faster. And I will say everybody learns differently. So some folks resonate with you and others don't. And so it's really important that we have a variety of education out there. And because we do, you can also cross-reference it. In the ones that we're sharing tonight are ones that have been around. They've been vetted. They've got Trustpilot scores, and they're all a lot of them are community driven. And so you do want to make sure that you're learning with the best with the best group that you possibly can. But like I said, for having free education accessible to you is fantastic. You have anything you want to add, Kita? Because I'm going to go on to crypto zombies, which is crazy. It sounds crazy.
I really didn't have too much to add to the Algorand because I have never done those particular courses. It is great to know that that information is there, especially that interactive one that has, you know, people there that you could ask questions for, or also just go through the actual education with them to be able to ask the questions in the moment. I think that is amazing. And it makes me want to do something like that.
Awesome. The next one that I'm going to share, it's cryptozombies.io. Now this is a free, it has a super fun game to learn Solidity, which is for the Ethereum smart contracts, learning about that. And to be honest, I don't know a lot about Ethereum. So when I saw the Solidity, I'm like, I don't exactly know what that is. And I look it up and it's like, oh, this is EVM. This is Ethereum. It's predominantly used by Ethereum, but there are some other chains that do use the Solidity. But this looks pretty cool. Learn to code blockchain dApps by building simple games, and they have all the different courses. They have a Solidity beginner to intermediate smart contract courses. And all the way to advanced and optimism and Tron and Neo and Chainlink and Oracle and Multiverse and Polkadot. These are the other chains like the Polkadot, Chainlink, right, that are all using Solidity. So I think this is a very attractive looking, fun website for someone to learn, I must say. And it looks fun, and it's called cryptozombies.io. So guys, if you're interested in it, and I believe it is completely free. So again, I mean, easy lessons that you can do, and it doesn't cost you any money. And then, you know, you can, who knows what you'll build next, right? Who knows what you'll build next? The next one that I have up is, what is this one? This is Alchemy University. Now, these are professional grade, free Ethereum Web3 based courses with projects. You can sign up alchemy.com. But they have the Ethereum Developer Bootcamp. You can learn JavaScript. Everybody here talks about JavaScript, and a lot of us, like, we don't really know what that is. Learn Solidity. So again, this is another one that is a good free resource for anybody looking to learn more about the Ethereum based technology. Any questions? Am I going too fast? I think we're doing good so far. We got 20 minutes left. We got a bunch more to go. The next one that I found is called the Cypherin Updraft. And again, this is advanced free Solidity, Foundry, and security training. And so, as I mentioned before, the Solidity targets the EVM, their Ethereum's runtime environment for executing the smart contracts. And it's the dominant language for building the dApps and DeFi and NFTs and tokens on Ethereum. But this one, I think, I signed up for it because I couldn't really see. It was free for me to sign up. But once you do, there's a bunch of courses that you can sign up for that you're in here. Welcome to Updraft, and then the smart contract development, Uniswap version 4, Foundry fundamentals. So everything that you might want to learn is probably here. And again, if it's not here, once you start taking these courses and you learn the terminology, and you can start looking for those keywords and get even more free education just by doing that. The next one we have, Lady K, is edx.org. You want to talk a little bit about this one? Because this one, you've taken some courses with edX, haven't you?
Yes, I love edX. I've taken courses for years on it for all different things, even in my like real world business, right? I took a MIT trading course on this. It was really good. And I was looking at some of the blockchain courses they have, and they do have some blockchain courses. So it's nice because you sign up. Sometimes it's timed and sometimes it's self-paced. But even if it's timed, you don't have to show up. You can do the self-paced. It's all free unless you want to actually earn a certificate and then they charge you. But you can go through it for free.
Yeah. I mean, when I was first learning, like looking at it, even was like artificial intelligence.
Oh, yes. They have an entire course on how to prompt ChatGPT.
I mean, guys, this is free education. edx.org. Go there. Be there, go there, be square. That doesn't really rhyme very good, but I do think, and then like you said, if you want to end up getting a certificate, or like maybe continuing education or something to show that you took the course, then you do have to pay. But even still, the prices are pretty reasonable. It's kind of, I think, I don't know, I guess it depends on the course, but you guys can check that out for yourself to find out.
I've never paid them, right? Because I'm not even sure like what the certificate ends up, who looks at it, right? I've signed up for some that have just like not been interesting and never ended up finishing them. And I've signed up for some that have been very interesting. So, it just depends. There's, I think, a Harvard one on contracts in here I took once. They're just very interesting. And this was actually created by like MIT and Harvard and those colleges. They got together and they created this resource for people.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Harvard, Berkeley, Google Cloud, University of Cambridge, Columbia University, top quality education right here, guys, for free. So don't say the internet's all garbage, kids. It's got a lot of free education. You just got to know where to look, right?
Sure.
The next one, this is one that I found a long time ago, Saylor.org. Now,
this is interesting to me.
We know Michael Saylor. I watched how I found it. Maybe, I don't know, 6 years ago, I watched an interview with him and he was talking about education. And, he has an issue with the education system, the current public education system, the way that it is, and the universities and how they charge a lot of money and yada, 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 all these things. And, at the time I was like, yeah, down with the man and like, whatever. And so anyway, I went to Saylor.org and there's so much education here. My initial thing was to learn about Bitcoin. But I mean, they have business administration, computer science, social science, just a ton of, arts and humanities courses, whatever you may want. English. If you're a homeschooler with your kids, there's a whole bunch of courses in here. And actually, if I recall, some of these things could actually transfer. Don't take my word for this, but I remember from when I was learning about it before that you could actually earn credit, like that could transfer or qualify you towards your degree. So if you guys are not familiar with it, definitely. Oh yeah, they do have degree programs too. And I think you might have to pay for that, but I'm not positive. But I think most of this is free. That's on Saylor.org. What did you think was interesting about this, Kita?
Well, for me, I'm not as well versed in Bitcoin. And I know Michael Saylor and his company MicroStrategies are very heavily involved in Bitcoin and also in propelling it forward to become, as of right now, the store of value that it is. And for me, I'd like to understand a bit more about him, how he's, how he's doing these things. Not saying that everything that he's doing is right, but he must be doing something right, because if the bank account and the holdings that he has concerning Bitcoin are any indication as to his, business and financial industry acumen, then any information that he can provide might be very beneficial to those that do decide to take some of the courses.
I
And
will
especially
say,
when you're offering it for free, like hello.
Sailor Academy Master of Business Administration, an MBA degree. The tuition-free Sailor Academy Master of Business degree is designed to meet the needs of busy, self-motivated learners. So
Yep.
basically, boom.
Boom. Right there.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, guys, 100% online self-paced. Same thing as some of these other choices. Just wanting to get that out there for people that may not know that these resources are available to you. Dive on in. You know what I mean? Let's go. Our next one that we have is called 101blockchains.com. Excuse me. They've got Bosch, Consensus, Chainlink, HSBC, Deloitte, Citibank, all of these guys, they trust them to train their employees. So these are the courses that, some of these companies are sending their employees to. And again, you can go to the different trainings that they have. I'm clicking the wrong thing here. Certified blockchain product manager. Now these are charged for certification, but I think that it's like what you say, Lady K, is that you might not have to actually pay for these courses. You might be able to dip your toe into them. But if anybody's interested in that, it's 101blockchains.com. Check that out. And finally, blockchaincouncil.org. They also have a bunch of professional certification. This is more probably, they have live trainings. You could become a certified AI expert, a blockchain expert, AI powered leader, certified cryptocurrency trader. It won't click on it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, this one is still, this is in the latter half of the low cost. And really, if you ended up being a certified cryptocurrency trader, you could put that at the end of your name and you paid $350 for it. A lot of people respond to all those little doodads at the end of one's name, right?
Yeah, it's going to say that it's CCT. Don't worry about what CCT means, but
right.
Just know.
Right. Those that know will know that you're legit. And let's see, we did. Okay. So I don't know. I had my great learning, the blockchain. There's another one called, I wonder if I can open this one. There's another one called Allison that I had never heard of. Allison, Empower Yourself. You can get a diploma in blockchain technology and applications, but there's also, I guess I know there's more. Explore courses. I can't really get. So they have courses on information technology, security, network security. That might be something real interesting. Oh, why is that doing that? Oh my goodness. I'm not going to do that. Not going to do it, kids. I'll go back. I'm going to stop sharing right now because I don't know.
There is. I was about to say there was a little close.
Yeah,
up
there,
up towards the top. If you wanted to still take a look at it.
Yeah, let me get back there. Okay. Oh,
so yeah. These. It was up above the little doodad, but
it was up there. Yeah, I did.
Did you see it?
There it is. Okay. Because I did this one. There we go. Okay. So best network security courses. They have technology, cybersecurity, security, computer networking, IT security. You guys get the gist by now. What does it say? Careful with those phantom links. Oh yeah. But Allison.com is actually a legit website. But yes, I agree. I saw Mr. Zam posted in there, don't be clicking on phantom links. Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't click on those links. What else do we got? Any other ones, guys, that you think of that I didn't share?
You know what we didn't really talk about? I'm sorry, Opti. Did you have something to say? No, I was going to say they do also have education on some of these exchanges as well. I don't know if people realize that. Like, you'll go into a Coinbase and they'll have like little courses and they'll have you like learn little things. Huh?
What is it?
Like, learn to earn, right? This is what we call
Yeah,
it.
learn to earn. Yeah,
And
exactly.
Coinbase.com. Although I go through those because I want the crypto. They pay you in crypto.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, they're just
You're
like
not learning.
shills, but they're paying you to shill. Like,
Why not?
I mean, it's not like shilly, but it's more like this is what this blockchain can do, which actually is pretty interesting, because then you get the basics of this new blockchain or this new token and what it can do.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting because, it was a way for me to learn more about different types of coins and things of that nature. And then it gave you a little incentive to learn about it, by saying, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and give you this coin, or we're going to, you're going to earn coin just by going through these little modules. And they were short, super short, like took like 3 minutes. And, and then you got coin. And I'm not saying it's a lot, but it's something.
Man, listen, AARP's got my mother-in-law playing games, getting free coupons and coins and stuff to buy stuff. And she keeps going, Ryan, you got to download the AARP app. You got to download the app. You got to download the app. I'm like, this is how they're getting the older folks to get used to technology. It's the same thing. And then us middle people, and we're going, well, we're going to check out Coinbase. Because when I first signed up with Coinbase, that they did, I got myself free chain link, doing all those things. And why wouldn't you, right? And it is a great way. And I will also say too, like when Swan Bitcoin, they're another one. When I first signed up for Swan Bitcoin years ago, they had a Give Bitcoin program where you bought it or somebody gifted it to me, and you had to hold it in your wallet for a whole year before you could move it out. But all through the year, they were sending you educational materials every day. Learn about this, look at this, read this, do this, whatever, until you became more comfortable, so that by the time it was ready to move. And then of course, by the time it was about ready to move, it was a lot more money, worth a lot more money than what it was gifted. And I thought, man, I should have got a whole bunch more, if I would have taken my education seriously, I would have known what I held, but I didn't at the time. But hopefully this show inspires you guys to educate yourselves, because whether you're educating yourselves because you want to, you think you're going to make money off of crypto, or you're interested in creating, working on something, building something, which is a great opportunity to do that. Or you're just curious about what the heck is going on in the world and how things work. It's all out there.
Education is our biggest thing right now. Like, it's our biggest obstacle and hurdle in this space. People don't like crypto because they don't understand crypto.
That's a fair
And
point.
even people dipping their toe in crypto might not even understand it fully, but want to. So I like that we went through all these different resources that people can use for free to learn more. And I think it was a great show.
Oh, awesome. Any final thoughts, man? We're doing really good on time. I can't believe we got through all those links.
Listen, I'm over the moon about it. I just am hoping that people will take the information and utilize it, to their benefit, It doesn't mean that you have to become a complete techie or anything like that, but to have something that literally could turn into its own, its own profession, its own business says enough. just getting that knowledge and being able to get out there and utilize it for the betterment. I just think that's awesome.
Heck yeah. Opti, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, I was just thinking that we didn't touch on Corium, Midnight, HBAR. So in the background, I was just going to each one of them, and like a lot of that, if you just go to their main website, they will have the links. I was like, oh man, we should have totally asked Steph, because she has a whole bunch of, hopefully she'll come to the after space because
That's a
she's
whole
been trying to
nother
bug
show.
me and all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But each of these, and that's why Easy A is so great too, but I don't think it has those three actually. I don't know for sure, but I was earlier when I was like, I don't know which the ones they don't have. I'm like, I don't remember those. But if you go to the main website, obviously midnight.network, I think corium.com, and then I don't know HBARs, but they will, give you the information just like you saw with Stellar and Algorand and XRP and Ethereum, they will steer you in the right directions, and obviously be very careful. Don't click extra links, don't ever put in wallet seed phrases, nothing. But yeah, great show. Thanks so much for having me. Always enjoy hanging out with you ladies and sharing what we know and what we find out during the week. See you next week.
Yeah, it was great. I definitely, I would love to talk more, like you said, Stephanie from Midnight has been, really trying there's the whole Zelly quest that she tries to get everybody to do. And it's a learning experience too. Yeah. I do think that that has to do with like privacy and ZKPs and that. And for folks like starting to dip their toe into crypto, it's like, you got to start somewhere where you kind of understand even what it is, right? Yep.
I want to say one more thing. I wrote it down earlier and I totally forgot. So Khan Academy is like, I did my half of my university education in Khan Academy. My kids do the grade 1, 2, and 3, and 4 math. I did go to theirs in the background too, and they totally have like the basics of like, what is the internet, and then they have like, JavaScript, and they have some free courses there too on computer science and things like that too.
Is it
Khan, Kahn?
Oh, so this is wrong.
Kahn. Yeah,
Oh.
I used it. I
Okay,
used
wow.
Khan Academy when I was in nursing school, and it was
Best for nursing school.
Oh my gosh, was Khan Academy amazing. And what was beautiful about them is they had like little videos that they would do to teach you. And so they would have somebody talking about it, and then they would make drawings like on the screen for you to kind of understand it a little bit better. Those people that are visual learners as opposed to audible, learners or kinesthetic. So it was really a great resource for sure.
Well, I'm looking right here going like homeschooling parents, Khan Academy. You definitely want to check it out. It definitely looks like a good site.
If you scroll to the bottom, I'll have computer
KHAN.
science whole section.
Computing, intro to CS Python, computer science theory, computer programming. Let's go, guys. JavaScript in the web. There you are. And is this one free as well? Yeah. AI for
free.
teachers, free. FREE spells free. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're in it to win it. All right, guys.
Digital Ladies.
I put the link to the after space in the chat. It's at 10:10 on X. Please join us over there. Thank you, guys. It's been a wonderful show. Love you. Thank you for coming back, Lady K. We appreciate you.
We miss you.
We love you. We'll see you next time.
Digital ladies breaking the chain, rising in crypto, we're changing the game. Crypto frontier, we're claiming our space. Not your keys, not your crypto, know your place. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa Key, the Lady K, and Opti. Dip a toe, come ride this wave. Digital wealth, we're here to pay.
Crypto nights, we're lighting the spark. As we ignite now, we're setting